Hey guys, Bunny Shaw here with Elite Sports TV. Make sure you like and subscribe and always tune in.
Big man, Sam Fiak said it. What about you taking up a role in admin, working with the JFF, and what is the future? What about the future of Jamaican football? These are two-part questions. If would you take up an admin role in the administration?
No, I wouldn't. And the reason why I say that is it's going to be hard for any new person or anyone with new ideas to be effective. The fact that we have some, what I always say, dinosaurs still in the JFF, it makes it difficult for new ideas to come forth. It makes it difficult for young minds to try to make any influence and try make any change. So until we move out some of these dinosaurs from the system, things will never change. So that's what happen. Because the reality right in Ryan.
Yeah.
It's not about the administration, you know. I don't want to be the most important person at Waterhouse. My president don't want to be the most important person at Waterhouse. My chairman don't want to be the most important person at Waterhouse. Until we can understand that the players are the main stakeholders of the industry, it will never change. We need to understand that players are the most important stakeholders in the industry. It can't happen without them. So until me can see the admin are lace up in boots to go play ball, it's not gonna happen. I will at any time at all take a backseat to my players anytime because they are the persons who make it happen. I'm just playing a supporting role. And a lot of time administrators believe that it is all about them. It's all about them. And you see it in their behavior. Administrators sit down in a first class and players them in a couch. All in Jamaica that happen. All in Jamaica. And it's crazy, but it is what it is. So to answer the question, I'm not interested.
Yeah, I tell you. We have a caller on the line. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the show. Speaking with Richard McCallum and Ryan LFC.
Good evening. Good evening, Richard.
Hey, greetings, man. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. What I think the JFF need, I think they need a clean house, and I think they need to replace those people with former soccer players that understand how the game operates and understand that the kids are the future, and we need to invest into the kids. Because like most of these people that's in power is only in there for themselves and only in there for the money. So like that's what I feel like needs to happen. But until that happens, like there's nothing going to change in the JFF.
I agree with you 100%.
So that's all I'm calling to say. But like that's the only way things is going to change out there because these people like they don't understand like the sports could do so much for the country, but like they're just in there for themselves. And as a little bit of money comes in, they take it for themselves instead of investing it back into the youth, change the game. Like you see how every other country operates, they invest into sports and that builds their economy. These people they just take instead of like doing what they're supposed to do for the country and help for the country. So like that's just all I'm calling to say. And like until that happens, like nothing is going to change in the country. And the same thing happens into politics, same way out there.
Hey, Ryan, I'm going to give you one incident what happened with me the first time I go in a national team. This was during the World Cup campaign back in 2006. 2006 was the World Cup, right? Back them time then.
Yeah.
Good. 2004 is the first time I break into the senior team. So the team was going on an English tour in preparation for the World Cup. Right? So the team had 3 local players at the time. Me, Jonathan Williams, and Kunta Kente. Right? 3 man, and we went on an England tour. I reached on the tour, it's so ham that me and Theodore Whitmore in the same room. If Tapa listen, Tapa knows me not tell no lie. Me and Tapa in our room. First of all, when we in the lobby, we grab Tapa bag and we bring up him luggage go at the room. And make sure say everything, put up him thing them nice and make sure. Come here, I grew up, so I have to make sure say the big man them thing all right.
Yeah.
Carry up Tapa thing them. Him want the biggest bed, so I have to make sure say him thing proper. And Tapa left and gone on the road. So I stay in a room and make sure everything said. Because I not go on the road, because I'm a youth, so I don't want nothing go on the road and me miss out. So I stay in my room until training time. Tapa come back in the room and Tapa said to me, if me get me per diem yet. And I say, per diem? I want him so. I don't know nothing about that. I say, yeah man, go collect your per diem. So I say, from who? So Tapa called it. Don't laugh in Ryan.
This is interesting.
Tapa, Theodore Whitmore called the receptionist from the hotel room. And then call the man name and say, transfer me to the Monday room. See? So the receptionist people transfer the call. And Tapa said to the man, oh, you don't get spoon in per diem yet. I send spoon over there. I say, spoon, go another man the room. I go to the room in a round. Listen to me now, man. I go to the room. And the man give me £400. See?
Mm-hmm.
£400. $400 pound. I happiest day of my life. So me stay. Yeah, listen, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yes, so I reach back at the room. Tapa said, how much in gear? And I say $400. I say $400. Tapa said, what? Tapa take up back the phone and call the man. And I said, what the bumper cloth you do? I send back spoon over there. You hear Mr. Ryan?
Yeah.
So I go back over the room. The man give me $1,000 more.
Mm-mm.
Man give me $1,000 more.
Pound.
So me have $1,400 now.
Yeah.
1,400. So me go back to the room and Tapa say, how much more you get? Me say $1,000. You know what Tapa say? Boy, that man did not easy. That Tapa said to me,
Yeah.
boom. In the evening we are training. Chart and athletics we are training.
Yeah.
In the evening we reach downstairs and the boss the damn thing and me say Jonathan Williams and Kunta Kente. And I say, yo, Bala, come here. Yo, how much you get for per diem? The man said to me, $600. Pound. 2 of them get the same money. Me no bother say nothing. Me left it right there. So you see what I try to say though?
Yeah.
Me some man eat off some of my own and he eat a food off of Johnny and he still work at JFF. He still work there.
And this is from way back when. That me I try to tell him, McCallum, man.
Listen, me can write a book because me in a long time. Me see it. So when you have some players who are leak out on the system now, me sorry for them, because it not change. It not change.
Come on, me there beat up my gump on YouTube and thing then.
Yeah, that's why I would never involve myself in certain things.
One of the reasons why I feel like it's not changing is because you have people behind the scene that invest into the team and invest into those people training. So like those are the people that's pulling the string, Like it's politics. And like that's how politics works. But like I feel like the football federation needs to get involved into things like these. Like change things, man. Like that's the only way like things is gonna change. But like there's too much talent going to waste. There's too much people that's in the country that's talented in sports, and like they don't get the opportunity because you have like greedy people that's in place of power, and like
You know what need to happen, Ryan? They need to have term limits for every position of authority in a JFF. Term limits. For example, the president only can serve 2 terms, and then he's done. The Gen Sec 2 term, move on. Vice President 2 term, move on. When you have the same set of people in power for years, the amount of things. Listen, until the JFF stop paying in a cash, then can't talk to me. You hear me say? Until you can stop pay cash, then we can see some change.
Cause that when you pay cash, it kinda you can beat the system always.
Of course. You can't track cash. How you gonna track that? There's no way you can track it. But anyway, we don't want to talk too much about the JFF now because we talk all night.
Boy, every player, you see me I tell the people them every player them history from past then and see Bailey and everybody attack it and everybody a kill him.
Yeah, but let me touch on the Bailey situation just a little bit. You see the Bailey situation, what people need to pay attention to, is not the messenger. They need to pay attention to the message.
That me say too.
See?
That me tell him.
And I understand a lot of people feel away because Bailey never displayed
himself properly.
He never displayed a lot of patriotism. So a lot of people, in them feelings about it. But what a lot of people don't understand is when you're a professional player, there are expectations. And when organizations don't meet these expectations, then player won't perform. I'm going to shed a light on a few things where people don't know. Right? People might not know. For example, a lot of people don't know say Neymar wake up 1 p.m. every day. So therefore, can't plan nothing before that. I'm now go. A lot of people don't know say David Beckham now travel without his wife and his kids anywhere. So if he play a World Cup qualifier game in Norway, his wife and kids have to travel to Norway with him. So when Leon Bailey, not only that, Leon Bailey asks for a private room. You know why I'm asking for a private room? Because every team players gamble. So if you're in a gambling room, you can't sleep. Because you have 2 players to a room, So if you're in the room with the gambler, you're going to have 3 or 4 players, or sometimes 5 in that room gambling. So the man will not gamble. What do you think is going to happen to him?
Can't sleep.
Exactly. You also have every team have a player where are the dancer and the DJ.
And music.
Good. So therefore, if you're in the room with one of the dancer or the DJ, guess what happened to you?
Can't sleep.
Good. So what Leon Bailey is asking for is not unreasonable.
But a lot of people have said team chemistry.
Fuck team chemistry. The man needs to rest.
If
you're in a room with one of these players, you get fucked. Because he might gamble all night and he might dance and DJ all night. And people who play for Jamaica like me can tell you because we see it every time. Not only that, if Leon Bailey is asking for a first class flight from England, enough of them people who attack have never traveled before. So they don't know sitting in couch for 10 hours, I'm going to do to your legs. So if the man wants a first class flight to Jamaica, what is wrong with that? Then don't thief the money already. Give the man a first class flight to Jamaica. He's not asking for too much.
And him saying that him get no money, all he want is just a hotel room and a proper flight. That's all he want.
But JFF now talk about when players like me and other players sleep at the airport. Me don't even want to get into it in Ryan. Because me have
Okay.
me have played for Jamaica for more than 15 years from your youth into the senior team. So me have stories. For example, that China one time, a 48 hour I take for reach.
48 hour.
Alright, so do the maths. And we now fly for 48 hours. We might sleep 5 on the floor in the airport. We might just leave the airport and go in the mall somewhere for just kill time. But again, we know I make this about JFF, but we need to clear up a lot of things where people are saying about the baller. People who have never played professional sports before, especially football, and deal with JFF, don't understand.
Them JFF very hard for dealing with. I see many players come on this show and talk about them story. I mean, I tell you, them story have to involve JFF in it, Regine, because them go through some traumatized thing with the man.
But guess what? The conversation needs to continue or there will be no change. It's like we talk about it for 9 days and then we stop. There will never be a change. How after 20 years players still deal with this and me deal with it? How? Not even 20, 25 years, because I just turned 40. I play for Jamaica from 15. How players still deal with this? That's crazy. So it's like, we now develop our professional approach. It's like we just do the same thing every day and expect we're gonna do well. That's not how it works. If your background staff now do well, you know who it affect? It affect the players. It affect the players. And we don't know if they know or they know and don't care. So is either one or the other. They know what to do, but they don't care. Me don't know. You tell me.
Them not care, Regine, because the same set McCallum, Regine, me there. And even me, the man, them say me are the problem, man. Because you see, when me talk about them things, them say me I make up things to get views, and none of them things and me and them say more and destroy the football. But me I say, oh, me if you try destroy the football, and them same man there, I destroy the football.
You are not in a position to make any decisions. They are. So why are they blaming you? You're just identifying their downfall or their shortcomings or lack of professional approach.
And that is the issue with them. So they move the goalpost and I say, me I do this and me I do that. And them I do it. If them I do the right thing, you don't think I would have the right thing to say about them?
You probably wouldn't have to say nothing.
And that is the thing, Richard.
You can understand how they're trying to make it seem like other people doing this. But what are you doing? What are you doing to develop the football? What? Because the football is not about the national team only, What about our youth teams? I can't remember when last me about under 15. Maybe to but me not here.
All right, McCallum, what happened now? People, McCallum, we left from 300 odd people. I watch a program. Guess how many people I watch a program now?
I don't know. Tell me.
One. YouTube, something wrong with the YouTube people. Me I look all over and the rest of people them live on YouTube in a different country. It's 2 and 3 persons. Something wrong with the YouTube thing. But we're going to continue talk. We're continue talk. Most of the people them still here, but you know see the real numbers.
All right, let's move for JFF. Move on.
Come like it's a JFF Jam the program.
JFF Jam the program, man. Once they start about JFF, people them cut.
No man, at the YouTube I get problem because I watch other YouTube and I see same thing. That's kind of the first me ever see that happen with YouTube though. You understand? But no, big man thing, McCallum, all of these things, and this is what Regine, I love me thinking brother, the JFF a big part. That's why even the Jamaican Premier League not go the right way. Or it for go,
Right. I'm gonna say this and that's something me truly believe in. Me give up on the JFF.
You give up?
Yeah, man, me give up. Me and Bossy, Alain Whittaker talk very often. And even me and him a reason. I mean I tell him say, me give up on the road boy. We just a focus on Waterhouse and do what we can do for Waterhouse and just left it there. So yeah, man, make up, man. Give up big time. If the team play, we will watch the highlights. We not going to watch a game. Not because of the players, you know. It's just because of everything else. Everything else. Me give up. Well, I mean, I give up on the team, you know. Me give up on the JFF.
I think they have a lot. When I say Virgin, they have a lot to play.
All right, let me ask you something. If the government of Jamaica now do well and crime is up and all type of things are going on, who you blame?
The government.
No, which person you blame?
What do you mean by?
Yeah.
Ask the question again.
Let's say the country now do well financially. Let's say crime is get out of control and let's say everything will go wrong. Somebody has to be responsible, you know. And in most cases, the Prime Minister will get the lick. So why JFF believes that they not forget lick when things now go right?
Yeah.
You know, me not understand.
True.
The buck has to stop with somebody, you know. And if you take the responsibility, if you assume the job comes with responsibilities. So therefore, you are in a position to be criticized if you're not doing a good job.
Yeah. And even the leadership, let me tell you something, McCallum. I talked to a couple man from the Jamaican Premier League and last year final and the semi-final. And them reach out to the president months in advance. Keep on remind him. They want him come and greet the player. Them, you know, go and shake the man and all of them thing there. The man them say, yo, the game will start 6 o'clock. Please come 4:30. Please come 4:30. Come early, car other people and sponsor who want to greet and introduce come. The man come late. Big Premier League final, him a run. For shake the players them and Virgin. The man come late. And me talking people from the PFL and the man say, Ryan, we alone can't do it. We need the governing body.
Listen.
Because nothing them can get from people for the league.
Me have to big up the PFAJ.
Yeah.
They do a fantastic job. But there are, like everything else, there are a lot of room to improve. A lot of room. And let me tell you what one of the room that the PFAJ should try to improve. Not their fault, you know, they're working and it should be one of the priority. The prize money has to change. How much we win the Premier League?
Virgin, from what we kill film, you know, 2 million for win the Premier League from when play till now, and it still can't move, you know.
I go and say this. I mean, I talk Waterhouse business, but other clubs are experiencing the same thing. Waterhouse spend at least $60 million per season.
$60 million.
So you spend $60 million and win 2. Tell me how that makes sense.
True.
Tell me how that makes sense, Ryan.
I agree with you.
So therefore, the prize money has to be over $100,000. We don't know how they are going to find it, you know, or how they are going to generate that funds. But in order for the league to be competitive, viable, marketable, and investors can invest in teams, there has to be some return. So, for example, I can go to a businessman and tell a businessman, say, you know, me have a great team, you know. We think we can win the league, you know. Invest 2 million in my team. Invest 5 million in my team. And if we win the league, we can give back 10. Double your money in a year. You not thinking of that consider it?
Yes. But
how can you win $2 million and I spend 60? It don't make sense.
And this is happening for a long time though. Like, I can't understand why the prize money not moving. And when we talked to Chris Williams about it, he said they're giving the club a lot of money and all of them stuff that month time.
That's why I started to say that they are doing a fantastic job. The monthly subvention that are pumped into the Premier League teams We have never seen it before. It's an amazing feat. And we have to give kudos where necessary. So they are doing a good job. But again, we have to look at what the end product is. You know, clubs are spending a lot of money. And at the end of the day, they're the big payout what they expect is not it.
True.
You know, it's nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. I mean, we understand the things style, we understand the sponsors are limited. We know all of that. So we not pretend like I don't know. We know. But again, in order for the league be viable and sustainable, you know, the prize has to be lucrative. You know how much we win the Premier League at England?
100 odd million.
The only thing clubs spend more money on is
Player.
Player salaries too, but player transfer where a club invest a lot of money. But over $100 million for winning the Premier League. And then we have TV rights involved in that where, you know, clubs will get money from TV rights and so on.
Yeah. And also, I think him answered a question already now. What would you change about the Jamaican Premier League? I think basically him answered that already. Still.
What did I change? One I think that I would change is, again, everything takes investment. Everything takes investment. Everything takes money. So anything what me go suggest I go involve money.
Yeah.
And come by these days.
Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show, Carla.
Yes. Yes, sir. Good night. Good night, Mr. McCallum.
Greetings.
Yeah. Greetings, man. You know, me I call tonight because we just glad say you have a spoon on the program tonight. You shed some light on some things we are going because a lot of times we hear stuff and people make it look like say boy JFF I do a brilliant job. As I remember a couple of years ago, Rudolph Palmer was in an interview and he said he go on he get called for the national program. And when he go and expecting that boy say yes, he will get a little payday. Him not get $1. Him not get a cent. You thought that in an interview a couple of years ago. I'm really look on it and when I see Richard come on the program, I want to shed some light on some stuff. You know, it painstaking for here, big man. It's painful to sit down and know say the ball of them are go out there and them are work so hard. Because some of my people them just want a little break in the national program where them can get a overseas contract or them thing like to go out there go show them skills and them something. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when me spoon talk about this thing, it's really painful to know say the ball of them out there. And the ball of them are work so hard and them have to go through them thing there. Over the years, the year players are talk about them stranded at the airport and all of them something there. They not get no money, nothing at all. You understand what I say? When me look on some compete, compete. We not see them do something there. So me disagree with what you say. The talents are here, Mr. McCallum. Nah, get it wrong. The talents are here. It's there. But I say, all right, you know what? We're going to use the Jamaican base. We're not going to reach there. Because the moment I don't even want to change Mr. McCallum, and like in a 4 days, you know. Because what make you change so hard? You the one to make it in the Jamaican team, you know. And that's why you change so hard, you know. You know, see them you do that, Mr. McCallum. You know, see them I walk, I jump on them bicycle.
And I ask man question.
No, ask me, ask. I mean, just let me say, I write this up and just listen.
Yeah, man.
Ask me, man.
All right.
Yes,
make him answer.
Listen. All right.
Yes,
man.
Understand. So the generational players are different. You ask me what time I used to train. I used to train 6 o'clock in the morning and I train until 8. I leave and I go work. And I come back and I train again in the afternoon. In the evening. But we have to remember, you know, if you put a student in a school by himself. Not even in a school. If you just put a student in the street, he or she will not learn. First, you have to bring that student to a school, an institution, infrastructure, a building, a camp, somewhere. And after you bring that student to that facility, you need people to teach that student. So therefore, what we're expecting kids or players to just figure it out by themselves. I had coaches. I wasn't special in any way than anybody else, I had coaches. I had people around me. I had programs around me that helped me to develop in the player I became. So our expectation of players now, them to just figure it out. And that is unfair to them.
Yeah.
LeBron James is one of the best players that play NBA.
I don't know one of the best players. The greatest basketball player ever, the GOAT.
He has a coach. Michael Jordan, who them consider the best, he also have a coach. He has a system around him. He has people around him. He has a program around him. So therefore, it was easy for him. Or if he's a little bit more than average, he will become great. So we just expect players now to just randomly figure it out without no support, without no infrastructure, without nothing. And that is unfair. We expect them to just come ready. No, we can't do that. That's unfair to them. We need to put system in place to support our local players so they can develop in the professionals that we want to represent the country. That's all I say.
And we can do both still. Both can be done. And McCallum again, one of the biggest problem, the talent in Jamaica not work hard enough.
Yeah, but talent are something that you can develop. Talent is more like you have the potential. You have to develop the talent, You have to mold the talent. You have to take care of it. You have to do all these things. Talent don't just happen just overnight, so It don't. There are work that people have to put in place, not just by the player, but by other people. So our expectation of local players that they need to just come ready make. That is really unfair.
Carla, welcome to the show. Good evening.
Yeah, big up yourself, Ryan. Big up yourself, Mr. McCallum.
Greetings.
Legendary keeper. He's watching. Yeah, he's watching the autos. Alright, so you did it. Yeah, points you made a make and your story was very enlightening. But a part that you mentioned, about local base. My question to you is this. You think so Brazil will ever carry for them local base players to World Cup? Yes, them probably did it in the 80s or the 70s. But them did it when the league was at that level or better than Europe.
Let me ask that question.
Taking the overseas players. All right, sir.
Let me ask that question. How many of Brazil players are foreign born?
None. We get your point, But may I try. The point, may I try. You ask that. We are prepared. We are expected to say that too.
Hold on. One more
question.
Hold on. How many of Brazil coaches are foreign born?
None. All of them
what happened?
Come from Brazil.
That's why Brazil are fail now.
No, I
don't but hold on.
I don't fear Brazil fear.
They might try to get answer to me Mr. McCallum. But what may I try to point out here is this. Jamaica level is not at the level where it can compete with other countries and Europe and them places. We can't even compete properly with Concacaf. Because when we reach Mexico, Costa Rica, and USA, we are struggling to beat them when we're supposed to play them off the field. So us bringing in overseas players, why they might be born overseas, remember I have something called the Diaspora. Them leave a country, then grandfather, then grandmother leave a country, then come down the line, see when them are still Jamaican out of many one people. We respect we can agree if we disagree, because who feels it knows it. You live in this, you growing at the system, they playing at the system, and you experience where your experience different from what Bailey probably have got you now. But they can't understand certain things. So I understand what I said, but the point I'm trying to make, me just wrap it up fast, because program at and big up again, Ryan.
Yeah.
Anyway, we try our what I say for. What I try to say to you, Mr. McCallum, is this. We need the overseas players and to raise the bar. You understand? And the way we are raise the bar is for them to come and raise the level of the football. Your experience was that when we are bringing the overseas players, them, the local based players, them did slightly better than who we are trying to recruit, which I agree with you. Because who have history, you know, to be all that. Once you're in your 30s, you would have did and see when they might carry overseas player who have Tuffy, we should have started over certain man. And some man come and get started over Tuffy, while Tuffy be better than some man. So I understand what I say. I agree with you, I say, we're not going to be ignorant because we respect our own. We're not going to be ignorant and say, oh, foolish is your talk. But just look on it that way. Remember, our last point, Marcus Asensio, that man is a Brazilian who played for Spain. You know, say he makes Spain win the first World Cup. The reason why I said that him bringing a theme style and really own the Spanish midfielder them off right now. First touch, one touch play, tiki-taka. Marcus Asensio, you can look it up. Big up again, Mr. McCallum.
Big up
Brian,
yeah.
stop talking about saying a speak standard English. None of that working. Part of the respect.
All right. Big up yourself. Anyway, people, because the place full up, you know. McCallum, boy, this is good for Waterhouse, because you come and stir up honestness now. So the place, ram you know, the party ram. So viewers and subscribers, so this is the Waterhouse website to get your merchandise, your jersey, and everything. I want all the football fans who they know the comment section or disagree. Come on. Take a look at $50 out of your pocket and buy a merchandise for Waterhouse. Support the club. This is why the club did not develop, because the fans them are demand a lot and them don't want to support. So what? Come on, man. Mm-hmm. Support the thing. Travis Presser, click on the link and buy a Waterhouse merchandise. Buy a jersey and support Waterhouse. Support local football and get it up to speed. Marlon Nelson, buy the merchandise. What's the order of that? Support the merchandise. It is important for club get money to put back to develop the player them. Go ahead, McCallum. Come see you want to say something.
Yeah, may I address Marlon Nelson a little bit. All of us want to win. I mean, I agree. Say if at this point, if we use a lot of our local base player, we might not be able to compete effectively. But that's one side of the coin. My position is why is our local base players not performing? Why the talent is so limited? Why? You know, those are questions that we need to ask ourselves. Are our football associations, are our football clubs doing enough to develop these players? Not at the senior level, but at the grassroots level. Why are we falling short with development? We need to take a page out of the athletics book and we need to ask them what they might do. So we can try bring it over in football and try develop our youth them instead of we gone shopping every 3 or 4 years. I try beg somebody to come play for Jamaica.
Them play when I beg no player become players that come now. And that may I tell you, McCallum, things and time change. So that's why I want to keep you in the loop. Carla, welcome to the show. More English player a scout Mikel Antonio worried man for come and play for Jamaica, and them I say them a cussing man say you build something special in the Caribbean. Come and play for Jamaica. So when you see them are regret, I worried other Englishman I say, yo, come and play for Jamaica. We have something special building down in the nice, cool, nice rice and peas and your Sariland. So these man, I go to them way in McCallum. Come on, Danny Jet from Outer Center. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, man, greetings.
Greetings.
Mr. McCallum.
Greetings.
You got yourself.
Yeah, man. Respect everybody.
Yeah, man. You know what, Mr. McCallum, this issue with this foreign player, local player, you know, so you have the two sides. But me don't know how you come up with the wrong answer. You get me? Hear this now. Well, it's all good, you know. If we put in the work, you know. But you acknowledge that we not put it in the work. the thing changed from back in the days to now. The coach them, wait, the coach them better now, are them worse now? 2024. What you say about the coach in comparison to 2000?
We never mention anything about the coaches.
I know you want me to ask a question.
Yeah. I think the coaches now have access to a lot of resources. So they should be in a better position to share the knowledge and share some technical knowledge with the youth them. So I would assume they should be better.
Assume. So overall, where you sit on the ground, you think we have better coaches now in terms of development? I not talk a coach like Mr. Speid, because I rate Mr. Speid as a good coach, but I rate him as a manager on the sideline. I don't rate him over the part to go develop player. To teach them to kick with them lace and them. I don't know if him can do it. I don't see him do that. Make you use both foot and them things then no. But I see him on the sideline and I see like him kind of full of strategy right there. So. Right? No, when I say no, in a 98 time, we get some player. Any of them they play Premier League? No. We get some player with a championship and League One.
No man, 90.
Yeah, 90.
Some play Premier League, man.
Robbie Earl, I think Robbie Earl was
Who
playing.
play Premier League? Robbie Earl never ever qualify. Him come for glory.
Alright, sir.
Right? And a brother they come in like him doing real Jamaica to me, you know, man. Alright, anyway, now the point
Go ahead,
is that. The point is that, alright, after 98 now, it's like something fly up in our way that we feel like the way if we go is to them English player, which was wrong. Now, in a them time then now, we find ourselves I take some League 3, League 2, and all these things. Now, in a later days, me see we are get Premier League player. Me not see no League 3 player come again. Me see Premier League player, me see Championship player. So it's obvious that we are get a better quality of player from England now than back in the days. Now, our duty now is to provide everything for our players to take them to the standard where them can compete and better than the English one them and win them game because them born with the talent but it now get enhanced. What you say about that?
It's difficult for a national coach. He has a very difficult job. And in most cases he has limited amount of time to assemble the team and plan strategies and so on. So for me it has to be
time job.
For me it has to be a case where, for example, Jamaica is a small country and therefore we can develop players much easier. Well, we should be in a position to develop players much easier because we have homegrown players and we just need the system in place to support the development. You know what I mean? So if we had that in place, chances are we may go to England less for players. That's just my pet peeve.
Yeah, but hear this now. The thing is that you still want them have the opportunity. You still want our one have the opportunity. Then you want the best man get the job. But you are hopefully Jamaican with our attitude, with how we been grown up, with all of where we have. Yeah, say we supposed to come out little better than them. And it proves say if you spend and give it the right structure, we will produce something in any sports from bobsledge come right down. Just give it the facilities, tell me how the sports go. give you a place for practice.
I agree with that.
And a coach. All right. No, right. You want to say something?
No, man, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
All right. I'm going to show you something now. I watch Afghan the other day. Right? I don't know if you listen good in our closing ceremony. You see the people where we call reject and what left? The president thank them for come. He might say him no say probably I know best one out of we come, but may I give thanks to the one that will come cause since honor come, the competition will grow, it will get better, the standard will lift. Right. So we need to use them like that to uplift our standard. You get me? Alright. So anyway, Ryan.
You have something to say, McCallum?
My 2 little cents. No.
Big up yourself. McCallum, a big show in the panel.
Yeah, but this Ryan.
Yes, sir.
Ryan.
Yes, sir.
Some of them are roach, them are no coach.
True, man. We'll make McCallum hear this before him leave. We'll drop it and make him hear.
Alright.
We'll drop him and make him.
Alright. Bless up.
Big up yourself. Listen to this, McCallum.
As the saying goes, ugly loss is better than a pretty win, you know. And we did.
We need to start to lock up some of them coaches. Lock them up because of bad coaching in Jamaica. We need to bring in a law for that. We need to start lock up some of them coaches about them a coach. I'm a roach. Them only have whistle. Them not teaching you them nothing. And a ball about money. What wrong with you know? We need to start lock up some of you about their coach. You know, roach.
So Ryan, how you talk, Ryan?
No, because the other day, the national coach, the local coach, my ball, say them not get the money. Them are going on a ball, say them not get the money. And they not qualify for the tournament. Them not prepare the team properly. And all of them stuff. They never ball for a bag of money. So I was just talking about general. It wasn't anybody I was throwing shade at. Alright? Yeah. Carla, welcome to the show.
Hey, good night. How you doing? Good night, Mr. McCallum. Yes, sir. This is D. I understand what you're saying to a degree, but I think that the way you put it, it kind of was so division, and that's not what we want. We want all the players from the diaspora to feel comfortable and welcomed into the country and the national setup. If they have the heritage and they pass all the tests to become a Jamaican citizen, I don't see what the problem is. But again, I understand what your point is, but we can't blame them. Like you said, look, if we bring in the best players, right? You enumerated a whole bunch of things in the beginning, which everybody knows, but some of the folks like to bury their head in the sand as to why our teams haven't really progressed and succeeded when we have the talent, right? All the extraneous issues that are besides football, right? Now, if we get consistency from the top, right? So professionalism, consistency, and proper practices, right? Which will enable the players to come in, have the proper mind frame to go out on the pitch and produce. And even with all the turmoil that we know goes on occasionally, or maybe right through, I don't want to go all the way negative, but we know what's going on. We still go and we get to the finals of a Gold Cup. And the other day, if we never had a little snafu in Dallas, we could have been playing in the finals, right? This brings in more money, right? We have several, like you said, Premier League players and so on, helping us to enhance the thing. We have brought in a coach who is not a diasporan, right? And we're trying to build something. Now, if we build it and we start winning major trophies are going far up into the thing, we're going to get more money, right? Money is what them said them not have, which we don't really believe, but that's what them said them not have money. So we get further up into the tournaments, we get more money. If this money is used how it's supposed to be used and not squandered or they do what they're not supposed to do with the money. And we build, when you talk about development, people say JFF not supposed to be doing development. They do have a role, because if they spread the money around the right way in the country for development, like you said, or helping out the clubs to do the development or infrastructure, so we have proper fields to train on and so forth. Building like how the Brits have an academy, they bring in their young players starting from under 17, all the lower teams, so to speak, right? And we build the talent pool from there. Then what you're saying, we might not need to keep reaching far out to go look, because we don't have the necessary people back home. But I don't think we should exclude them or call them what left or reject. If they're good enough, everybody who has a Jamaican passport should be given the opportunity to compete for a spot on the national team, and the best players and the players who fit the coach's system get into the team. What do you think about that?
I did say very, very early that I'm not sure if you were online, that I'm biased when it comes to the local players. Very biased.
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer lose with my local team, our local born players, our Jamaican born players. Let me just say that. Not local players, Jamaican born players. I think there's a different level of passion and commitment when you're born in Jamaica and representing the country. It's hard for me to explain to people who have not been in the same shoes, but it's a special place to be, playing for your country. When you can relate at that level, it's a different sense of pride. And I don't think that, I could be wrong, I don't think that some of these overseas players have that same passion and willing for do the same.
Okay, I hear you and I disagree. Based on Ryan gave you some examples. I have seen some of these guys. I've been around some of these guys, right? And again, you're not incorrect, because even if I had the opportunity, if I was a professional baller and I lived in England, or I live in, the United States teams kind of, right? But if I lived in England, seriously, and I had the choice of the two national teams, it's highly probable that I would pick the English team, because it's better run. You have more
mileage and a career money, sponsorship, everything.
There are a lot of things. That, like you said earlier, it is not. You see, you're kind of shooting yourself though, because remember when you said the playing football is your profession. Patriotism is one thing, but the game is your profession. Mm-hmm. So there are several things that these players are going to look at when they're making a choice. And just like how you see a lot of guys back home, they want to play overseas. Them know I'm playing a Jamaican Premier League virgin. Mm-hmm. They want to move over here because they want to go where the money is, because it's their job. No, listen, I understand your point. And to say that, I'm a born Jamaican. I don't live there right now, but I have stuff there, and my family still lives there, and I come there on a regular scene. So I have the same. I came here young for a particular reason, because I love Jamaica. You understand? When the national anthem play, I stand up and I have my hand over my heart and I feel it too. You understand? So to impute that a person who was born, a parent can inculcate in the child a love for their home, for their ancestral land. They can. You know what I'm saying? And depending on what their experience has been in the country that they live in. Like, for example, the British players, a lot of them, the guys who, for whatever reason, don't make it into the national setup over there, so right? They could feel hard done by the Brits. I say, I was born here, and these people that can play ball and whatever, and they picking, like how, for example, them complain how they pick Harry Maguire or which other player them love putting at the team, and the man them a ball say better player did it. So the other player was a Jamaican, and him say, man, I know I can play better than this guy, yet they won't pick me. So then him start feel away. And then him get the vibes. Him say, you know what, the Jamaican, my parents' country, them got treat me right. Yeah, them not have all the money and everything, but the fans, everybody, they treat me right. I'm gonna go play for them. I feel it. So we can't just say that they don't have the same feeling, because it can be developed. You have it because you were born there and you don't have to work hard for it. Or somebody else can get the vibes, bro. So I'm just saying, and when you say you'd rather lose with a local team, I think that is that means you don't care about the country then. Or you don't, and again, I'm not being disrespectful, but for you to say you'd rather lose with locals than win with other people, I don't think that's a good thing to say, because then that means
you know why sometimes losing
is to win.
You know why sometimes losing is important?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a lesson learned. It gives you an opportunity to look back on what you did wrong and therefore make changes for the future. So losing is not necessarily a bad thing, not necessarily.
Listen,
but that's not what we need. That's not what we need.
It's our problem. That is our problem. That is our problem. We Jamaicans want to win now.
No.
with nothing, McCallum. All when we are lose,
No.
we bag a local player. So no matter with that.
Hold on. Remember what I'm saying to you now. What the JFF is complaining about is a lack of resources and money. Winning is going to bring that. That's what we need. Now, if they win and we still see them wasting the money, and some people say, oh, they're wasting the money. Listen, we're not dumb or we're not blind. Okay? So if we win, like you said, if they get to the round of 16 in a World Cup or wherever, it's a lot of money. Right? That's money that can be invested in infrastructure. We can't do everything at one time. I understand that. But winning is going to bring in more money, which is what is needed to make the improvements. If the right people are running the thing with integrity and professionally. Something, people like to talk about money. Money is not our problem. Money is not our problem. Jamaica is a huge brand. And the fact that we cannot capitalize on that brand to get the money we need, there lies the problem. What is the reason why we can't capitalize on our brand to get more sponsors and get the money we need? So it's not completely about money. There's a deeper thing, and you have touched on it earlier in your thing. You touched on it well. Till all the apologies, them quiet, they couldn't speak because they know you're in line.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But I'm just saying, I think you should rethink your position on what you're saying. I'm just as patriotic as you, whether I live there now or not. Like I said, I have things there, and I come there, and my family is there. So I don't want nothing bad for Jamaica. I don't only care about football. I wish we could do better in the political area, in all our behavior. I wish we could do better. I want to see the country do better. So it doesn't matter where you get help from. If you need help, take help. That's all I'm saying. If you need help, take help. If you're drowning, you don't care if a man come from England or America or in Ghana, Jamaica. If you're reaching hand to you in the water, you go and grab it, right?
True.
You don't want to drown. So we're akin to drowning, right? It's not that bad, but you get my point.
You know what I would like to see, despite how some people may feel, I would like to see 30 more